The number one protester of all of them. Look at him go.
We also have seen situations where police officers acted inappropriately, and it's rare, I want to be clear, but it must be addressed in every instance. Now, I want to take a step back and talk about a very troubling video from the night before last of two police cars moving through an intersection, moving through a crowd that was so troubling to the people of the city. And I spoke to it, and I spoke from the heart about what I saw, but what I also knew had been happening in that day and the day before, including very dangerous situations where the lives of our officers were in danger. And I tried to express that reality while also saying it's not acceptable for a police car to ever move through a crowd. I don't think I expressed it as well as I should have, so I want to try again to help the people of the city understand. There is no situation where a police vehicle should drive into a crowd of protesters or New Yorkers of any kind. It is dangerous. It is unacceptable. This was an extremely aberrant situation. And there were extenuating circumstances, I believe, because of the incidents that had happened earlier. I understand why the danger that there could have been a much bigger conflict there was looming. But it is still not acceptable for our officers to ever drive into a crowd. This incident is under investigation as we speak, both within the NYPD and by the independent review that I have set up with our Corporation Counsel and our Department of Investigation Commissioner. There's going to be in each and every instance where an officer did something wrong. We've all seen the video of an officer pushing a young woman to the ground. We've seen the video of an officer opening a car door and hitting a protester. All these matters are under review right now. They need to be speedy reviews. Discipline must be meted out in any case where it is merited. We need to show the people of the city that there's one standard that, and I got this when I've talked to community leaders and community members, this is the nagging, deep complaint, this sense of double standard, and it can't go on. Vast majority of officers do their job well. The vast majority of officers are trying to connect to communities and do the right thing. They're in this job for the right reason. There are some who do not belong on this job. And there are some that use violence when they shouldn't. There are some that are disrespectful to the people they serve. There are some that harbor racism in their hearts. These people should not be in the police force. It's our job to get them out. So any situation where an officer does something, even in the context of a protest and tense situation, they do something offensive and inappropriate, there must be immediate investigation, there must be the appropriate penalty, and that penalty can include all the way up to being removed from the police force. There's a video going around of a police officer in the middle of a situation that admittedly looked chaotic, but where protesters were in front of that police officer drew his gun at some point yesterday. That, to me, seeing that video was absolutely unacceptable. Now, I don't know all the circumstances, and we must know all the facts. There will be an immediate full investigation of that incident. But I can say, as a New Yorker, as your mayor, as someone who understands that the vast majority of protesters are there peacefully, and even those who do have that violent intent are still human beings. New job offer. Build a crowd. Knowing that there are peaceful protesters in that crowd, that is unacceptable, that is dangerous. I want you to note on that video how a superior officer immediately came over and moved that officer away from that crowd. That officer should have his gun and badge taken away today. There will be an investigation immediately to determine what the consequences are. So, this to me makes clear, as we've known that the work of reform has been going on for years, but must deepen. People are demanding more change than they have every right to, because they're in pain. They feel an injustice is being done to them every single day. I've talked the last 2 days about what racism means in people's everyday lives. For so many people, so many communities, this particularly afflicts people of African descent. Racism hangs like a cloud every hour of every day. And if their assumption is in their encounters with a police officer that they will not be given fair and equal treatment, that's an unacceptable state of affairs. So how do we change it? In addition to neighborhood policing and body cameras and all the other things that we've tried to do to change policing, what more can we do? Here's what we could do immediately. The legislature right now could repeal 50A legislation, the 50A law that is holding back transparency in police discipline. I have called for this. My police commissioners have called for this. The governor has come out and said he is ready to sign a repeal bill. We need 50A repealed. Let's do that in the month of June. This will be one of the single most important things that we could do to increase trust between police and community. I've been very clear. We must also have legislation that protects the identities of police officers in their personal life, their home address. They deserve that protection. But discipline processes must be transparent. We have a moment now that we can get that done, and that will deepen the trust and deepen our ability to have progress going forward. What else do we have to do? There has to be a faster discipline process. Anytime an officer is alleged to have done something inappropriate, there needs to be an immediate investigation, immediate consequences. It always takes too long. It makes people so frustrated and so angry. We can't accept that state of affairs. We have to change. If we have an instance where an officer has done something inappropriate, there needs to be an immediate investigation, consequences quickly. If that officer should not be on the police force, we should remove that officer. If an officer is not right for a community, an officer has shown that they are unable to work appropriately on the street and with a community, they should be removed from work on the street. If an officer should not be on the police force, they should be removed from the police force. We've done a whole host of other reforms, and they have changed policing in this city, but it's time to go to the next level, and we have to go there quickly. Because any officer who should not be wearing that uniform needs to get off this force. And we have to have a way of doing that. So the other officers, the vast majority who are doing their
שברו את כל החנויות מעליה. וואו, שנ"ל. וזה שנ"ל סטור, חנות שנ"ל. כל שנה. This looks like a war zone, like Beirut, like a war zone.
Looks like it, right?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Miriam, I'm doing live. The village look like a war zone, like Beirut. Check my live. You see all the store, all the store is broken. Chanel, you know. Everything look like a war zone. Unbelievable.
What street?
Either Avner Halia. It's unbelievable. Everything look like a war zone. It's like a war. People taking like Beirut. Shopping, huh? This is unbelievable. They closed the street, some street. All the fancy name store, everything is broken. Oh my God. This is like, I feel like...
Yeah. I don't know. I think somebody gets something to go.
Very white brand.
Hello.
תבוא לרחוב ספרינג בבליקר, כל הוויליג', כל החנויות שבורות. Abba, yabba, abba. Oh, here's the glass, look. See? Come בוא תעשי תמונות.
עוד מעט. יש לי פה עבודה שאני מסתכל לי עבודה בצילום, אז אנחנו
זה כמו ביירות פה עכשיו, זה קטן.
כן? אני קטעים.
על כל חנות יש שני שומרים.
תעשה את זה, איך אני לא רואה אותך בקוס?
זה בלייבנר באנגלית. אני אגיד לך את האמת, השוטרים לא עשו כלום, יכלו למנוע את זה. בכלל מה מאשרים להם כל לילה הפגנה? יש להם אישור כל יום ב-7 בלילה עד 12.
אין להם אישור.
יש להם אישור. יש להם.
לא אכפת להם, הם באים, אין להם אישור.
יש להם אישור, אני לא יודע מאיפה הם באים.
אין להם אישור, אני אומר לך.
אז מה, אין לו an order?
איזה, הם תוקפים את השוטרים.
ממש.
תוקפים להם את המכוניות, קופצים עליהם. לא...
גם בנקים, מה יש להם לשבור את הבנק עליך?
לא,
הם לא עשו להם כלום, דווקא אליך יבוא. עכשיו זה עבודה טובה, קונסטרקשן, להדביק לוחות עץ. הום דיפו נגמרו כל הלוחות עץ. כן, הוא יודע, זה העניין, צריך לנחש מה יקרה, ואז להזמין כמות, אתה רואה? See, look. 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 Oh, if you want to give her something to keep her busy. Oh, they're already here. Wow, look. Over there, you want to hold the phone? Hold the phone.
Pull forward, all right? Gotta pull forward.
He's stop laughing so much. He's laughing. He's laughing.